back to the channel. Thanks for joining us. Make sure you subscribe and also hit that thumbs up. If you like the content, make sure you turn on your post notifications to catch all the episodes of the bucket list. So we're going to get into looking at this boat and kind of doing a few things. One, we're going to put in this backrest and also a seat. Not going to permanently put that in. But then the other part is getting this ready to get our deck placed. So one of the things that we want to end up doing is if we come over here, I actually you take this, and there's instructions that'll come with it. They're actually like this here. I just took and measured, the center line up through here, and then the distance between this was about 7 inches, so I split that in two. So now we've got this, 3.5 inches in here. I have drilled, actually just took an awl and just punched a little hole in there so that I could then come up here with a little snub nose screwdriver. Probably doesn't need to be a snub nose, but you're going to end up screwing this in. I don't have that down all the way, but one thing I am finding is this wood is really hard. So I'll get another screwdriver to drive these in all the way, but at least I can get it in here. So that's as far as I'm going to go for now. The other thing is I actually went out and I bought these. These are called Happy Bottom seats. And I won't put that in yet. But one of the things that we'll end up doing is we'll sit in here and kind of figure out where that goes. I'm not going to put this in at this particular point, but I'm going to cut this in two. And we'll make sure that we burn the edges, or not burn the edges, but get the edges so that they won't unravel. And then we're actually going to then fold this over, pierce, and it'll go in here, strap in this way so that you can kind of adjust that seat out. And it's got that with that bungee cord on the back. It should be pretty nice. So what we ended up doing was just taking and cutting these two. These will go on the side here, but I need to get a lighter to kind of singe those in so that they won't unravel. So I'm going to go do that. So a quick little lighter burn along with changing battery. So I was able to get that taken care of. So I'm going to string these in here and then we'll take and screw them up in. What I just did. Stupid me. Should have known it should have been right there at that side. So I'll have to sand that down. We can fill that in. It's not a big deal, but it is a big deal to me because I ended up putting that through. So it really needs to come right at this edge. So we're going to try that again. Yeah, it just about made me sick. But hey, isn't that part of boating? Okay, right here, we're gonna at least stretch this out a little bit. And then I'm gonna take and cut the remainder off. I'm going to take and do just a little bit more. And we can tighten it up as much as we need to. Put that little washer on there. And then I'm just going to screw this into this. You know, I'm going to go out and I'm going to get a different screwdriver. So it'll be interesting to sit in it and see what it's like. And we may want to get some, you know, some little clips here. Move this stuff back and put our seat back in. We're definitely going to have to put in some tape. These will be our tests as well. So we're just not going to put these in permanently because we will definitely want to take this out and sand and get this all taken care of. So that's going to be it for right now. I may take and do a little measuring on this and we can get this set. But then I am going to take some of this and just put it out because we're not going to need it. But that's it for right now. We'll come back out and get the rest. And we could actually get this one in the water. I do have a few things that I want to put on. I want to actually drill a hole up in here under this pour so that we can hang a rope in there. And then I've got a brass ring that'll go here. We may have to, I know I have a block in here. I just don't know how far down it is. I am going to have to put a piece of wood in there, just right in here, and drill some holes in it and then screw it down that way. This actually comes in with 4 lags, so we'll do that. But that's all we're going to do for right now. But we're getting there. It's getting going. So the other part of this is, let's come over here. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I've got to go out and get some supplies. So by finding out what supplies I need, this is going to be very helpful. So we're going to put in this foam. And there is an adhesive back on the foam. We don't know really how good this is going to be, but we'll end up putting this down. There's a lot of different foam that you can use. The one thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to stretch this. We just want to put this on, because if you stretch it, it's going to try to reconform to that shape. I don't know how much there is, but there may be enough for 2 of these, which I doubt if they would send that much. I actually do not think that is enough to do another one. This has some real good sticking properties on it. So I'm just taking this X-Acto knife and trimming this. Okay, so that should be on there, and when we put on our hatch, that'll seal right up. So one thing that we just did is I went ahead and I removed this. So when I tried to put on this, it just sat way too high. So, I mean, it was just way too high. So what I did is I tore that out, and then I went and bought, this is actually marine rubber sealant. And it looks like there's like 2 sides of it, but then you split it. And then I could just put a thin piece right around. Because I think it's going to be pretty decent in how it sits in there. We'll take a look on where we need to put it, because I mean, we do want it to seal, but it may just need to be, I don't know, we'll kind of play around with it and let's see what we can get out of it. Oh, nice. So it's way too much, but the one thing that we may do, I'm going to just take a few, since we have enough of this, I'm just going to kind of see how this will fit. I know that it was kind of tight in here. We'll have to figure out where I can put this at, and I may even put it here. That actually could be good. Now the water will get in there, but that's not a big deal. Let's take, and I'm not even sure if you saw that. I'm going to take, and also I'm going to put it on the inside of this. Let's see what we get if we do something like that. And maybe that's what I end up doing. is ringing it around here. But actually, I think we're going to be better off trimming it here. I think it'll all ride up at a certain height. You know, it's almost like some of this goes in one place and some of it goes in another. You know, I'm really looking at the sides here when I should really look down in here too, because that's where it looks as though I'm going to cut a few more pieces off here. It's far better to test it out like this than to do what we did, where we put on that big piece. And we'll move that around. Thought we almost were going to lose that. Actually, I think if we just trim it all the way in here, that's going to be one part. But we may want to come in and kind of put some other pieces in here to kind of even it out. But let's go ahead and do that. This is actually even a cleaner look. And we have enough of this, so, you know, it's possible we could do both inner and outer. Okay. Let's see how this fits. I like it. Let's pull this off. Let's see what we have here. So I took and measured a half an inch, half inch, half inch, half inch. These are straight, and I'm going to drill a hole in each one of these areas so that we can put these in. These are the ones that we just made. All of these should actually have silicone on them, but since we're going to be taking them out, because we still want to put additional coats of varnish on this, that's why we're not going to put anything in there now. I need to read what the drill bit size is, and I have punched those in there. We want to make sure that that's right, so that we don't mess up. But still, remember, we can mess up on this. It's not a big deal because we can just polish this out, or we're going to put some more coats of varnish on anyway. So let me get the drill from the car and find the right size drill bit, and we're going to go ahead and drill these out. So it's a 5/32 bit, and we're just going to take our time. Okay, well there's 4 holes there. Now, they did say that this, the hole is just a little smaller. So we're going to have to kind of put these in. So you'd also silicone these as well. Boy, these are not going to go anywhere. It is not coming through the bottom. It just now is. So one of the things when I was actually looking at these over at the store, because I've got to buy for the other one, it's actually, they don't have any. We're going to see how that goes. They didn't have any nuts that I wanted. There were acorn, ends, which actually that's going to work. Now, I'm going to spend some time on these. Don't make judgment. This is going to be something that we do over the winter. I was thinking about putting an invisible. Well, I don't know if it's called invisible. Let's get a bigger screwdriver here. But there are none of these clips. It's just done through a series of bungee cords on the inside. So I think some of these nuts we're going to have to get larger nuts. Or not, excuse me, not larger nuts, but longer screws. And I may have bought them. No, I didn't, which means I either have to take those back or make them work somehow. Or just buy other ones. Same goes with this one here. I think I just need just a tad bit longer screws. Just a tad bit. And I've lost that nut, so there's a nut someplace around here. We'll see if this one here works. So it must be on the sides there a little bit. Not much, but a little bit thinner. This isn't going to fit in here. So that's it for that one too. So let's go ahead. We could always make it so that you had to carry a screwdriver. Nice. So seat and hatch in. So the next thing, we're going to put this back here, but I got to get a little piece of wood, a little 2x2 to stick in there, and I may let it, kind of go all the way down here so that I can then maneuver it in there. But I'm going to have to take this off. So I'm going to do that. And let's get that in. Well, I didn't film this, but I drilled a hole in, and then I got this all set up. I'm going to razor blade off. It's just a little long, so make sure I don't cut my fingers off. And then we're just gonna crispy critter those edges. Stuff this in. And then there we go. Got that in there. It's possible that could go a little bit higher because of the water. We'll think about that. But then the last one here is getting this one here in. Now what I did feel is there's some fiberglass in the way in there that's gonna have to come out. So I'm gonna have to get something to cut that, and we'll cut that a little later on. But I think that's gonna be it for now. It's about dinner time.